The film opens with four college students on a rafting trip in West Virginia. While camping, one of them, Trey, goes missing. Alex goes to look for him, while Sophie and Brent stay at the campsite. Suddenly, an arrow hits them. Another arrow strikes Sophie in the eye, killing her instantly. Brent runs for his life. Alex returns to find Three Finger eating Sophie's eyeball and hides in horror. Trey then shows up with firewood and is attacked by Three Finger. He tries to escape into the forest but is also killed. Brent, caught in a trap, becomes a victim as well. Alex is now the only one left alive. The scene shifts to a West Virginia prison where a group of 5 prisoners is being transferred. 3 police officers are in charge, and the operation revolves around Chavez, the leader of a major crime syndicate. The transfer is scheduled to happen in 2 days, but after receiving intel about a planned hijacking, the police change the route and move up the schedule. The new route takes them through the dangerous Paper Mill Road. The officers load the prisoners onto a bus and head out, stopping briefly at a small police station to meet Sheriff Carl and Deputy Lane. Meanwhile, we're introduced to Three Finger's nephew, a young mutant named Three Toes. He sets a trap, but gets caught in it himself. Three Finger shows up to rescue him, and they reset the trap together. The police bus continues its journey. On Paper Mill Road, a truck driven by Three Finger starts following them. He lays down barbed wire, which punctures the bus's tire, causing it to crash. Three Finger gets out of his truck but doesn't attack. A police officer brings a prisoner outside, and Chavez seizes the opportunity to grab the officer's gun. As another officer, Preslow, points his gun at Chavez, a knife stabs through Preslow's neck, killing him. The prisoners initially assume Chavez's gang is ambushing them, but a hail of arrows rains down on Chavez, proving them wrong. Chavez tells Nate to unlock everyone's handcuffs. Nate says the key is on the bus, which is now on fire and about to explode. Officer Walter is still inside. Nate runs to the bus and pulls Walter out just in time, but the keys are destroyed. Chavez spares Nate's life, believing he is the only one who can help them escape the forest. They all move ahead, when suddenly a girl named Alex jumps out of the bushes and attacks Nate. She warns them about a cannibalistic mutant, but no one takes her seriously, even though she mentions her friend's rafting trip. A harsh Chavez demands she lead them to the mutant's location, and she agrees. As they walk, they find an overturned bus with a locked back door. Chavez sends Nate to check it out. Inside, Nate finds his gun and the key. He gives the gun to Walter. While searching, they also discover a huge stash of money inside the truck. Everyone is shocked by the discovery. Chavez orders them all to take 2 bags, except Walter, who is too injured to carry anything. Chavez forces Walter to pick them up anyway. Walter tries to shoot Chavez, but the gun isn't loaded. Chavez shows no mercy and shoots Walter in the head. Nate can't intervene. Chavez then orders the group to continue with Alex leading the way. While walking, Alex steps on a trap, but Nate quickly saves her. The trap was set by Three Toes, who was hiding nearby. He comes out and attacks them, but Chavez shoots him down. Alex warns them that Three Toes wasn't the main mutant. Chavez gets an idea and goes ahead, leaving a message for Three Finger. Three Toes' severed head on a wooden stick. When Three Finger arrives and sees this, he goes wild with rage. As the group moves forward, they spot something hanging. Chavez grabs it, but Willie realizes it's a trap. Willie pulls Chavez out of harm's way, saving his life, but is caught in the trap himself. Chavez quickly cuts off Willie's legs to free him from the chain so the group can move on. Meanwhile, Deputy Lane is investigating 4 college students who went missing 2 days earlier. He's also worried because the sheriff hasn't heard from Nate. He suspects their bus may have been hijacked and begins a search. The group reaches an old cabin. They find tools and use them to break free from their chains. Continuing on, they spot Three Finger's truck. They know it's a trap, but Chavez forces Crawford to approach it. As Crawford gets closer, Three Finger starts the truck, ensnaring Crawford in barbed wire. He speeds off, dragging Crawford behind the truck until he's dead. Floyd sees an opportunity and attacks Chavez. Alex and Nate manage to escape while Chavez beats Floyd half to death. Another prisoner also escapes, leaving Floyd behind. The sheriff arrives at the bus and starts investigating. He then goes into the forest with his dog to search for Nate. Brandon tells Chavez they should abandon the money for now and find Nate instead. Chavez agrees. They eventually find Nate, and Chavez is about to kill him, but Nate tells him about a nearby watchtower they can use to call for help. Giving him one last chance, Chavez takes him there. When they arrive, they find the watchtower burned to the ground by the three mutant brothers. With no hope left, Chavez prepares to shoot Nate, but the sheriff's dog suddenly appears and intervenes. The sheriff himself shows up at that moment. Just then, Three Finger, perched in a tree, throws a sharp wooden plank that pierces the sheriff through the mouth, killing him. Chavez quickly grabs the sheriff's gun and points it at Nate. Chavez goes back to retrieve his money, but he hears Floyd running off with it and follows. Before he can reach him, Three Finger hurls a Molotov cocktail, setting Chavez on fire and burning the money. As they try to escape, Three Finger's truck blocks their path. Chavez throws Alex in front of the truck to stop it, then pulls her back. Nate tries to save her, but Chavez stops him at gunpoint. Just as Chavez is about to shoot, Brandon knocks him unconscious. Brandon and Nate go their separate ways, leaving Chavez behind. Three Finger takes Alex and ties her up in his house. We see the body of Deputy Lane, who was killed earlier by Three Finger. Brandon is trying to run away, but Chavez arrives and knocks him out. As Chavez moves forward, Three Finger appears, and a brutal fight breaks out. Chavez beats Three Finger savagely, disfiguring his face, but Three Finger ultimately gains the upper hand. He cracks open Chavez's skull, eats his brain, and celebrates his victory. Nate finds the sheriff's dog, who leads him to Alex. He frees her, and they are about to escape when Three Finger attacks. He nearly kills Nate, but Alex grabs the wooden stake that had Three Toes' head on it and stabs Three Finger, seemingly killing him. They escape in his truck, but Three Finger isn't dead yet. He appears in front of the truck and climbs aboard, grabbing Nate. The truck crashes into a tree and catches fire. Brandon arrives and rescues both of them from the burning vehicle, but Three Finger captures Nate again. Nate stabs him with his own tool and slams him against the truck. When the truck explodes, Three Finger is burned in the blast. Nate frees Brandon and lets him go. Sometime later, the police arrive, and Nate and Alex survive. However, Nate later returns, driven by greed for the money. He's killed in a surprise attack. Brandon was the only one spared after earning the mutant's trust. Brandon gets the money but is also killed by another mutant who suddenly appears. No one ever finds out who that mutant was, and the story ends there. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy the movie. See you in the next video.